What role do you think Dr. Jill Biden would play in season 2 of Heated Rivalry?
I think that she is playing. Oh no. Greg. I thought this was a duet. Oh, so you're just going to sing all the parts? Those are not the right sounds. Can you hear me? Bonk.
Welcome to Miss Thing. I'm Greg.
And I'm Tim. And this is a podcast that celebrates and appreciates the Miss Things of the past, present, and future.
Yeah, in every episode, we take a key moment from our Miss Thing storied career and do what we are most skilled at, which is make it all about us.
Yes.
And as you can hear, I am a little hoarse. We're going to get a little hoarse, of course. And we will get all into that, of course, later in the episode.
Oh, we will.
Of course, I actually wanted to say it is our 101st episode. 101. Remember when 101 Dalmatians came out back at, was it like the 90s or early 2000s?
It was like 98 or 97 or something.
And everyone was like so crazed and excited about it. Yeah. And then like everyone wanted a Dalmatian and then they overbred the Dalmatians and they all went crazy.
Well, that's also famously why, my sister got bit by a Dalmatian, and you know this, and so this is why my sister and I were scared of dogs for like the first 15 years of our lives.
Wait,
yeah.
Your sister's living proof. Living proof. Now on
Lucille
Broadway,
Bluth.
Sorry, Lucille Bluth.
Yeah.
Wait, your sister is living proof of the insanity of Dalmatians,
and it was so it was so scarring to see a chunk of her back get taken out or whatever. Yeah. It's crazy. Those Dalmatians. I didn't know that side of it. I didn't know that it was like because of overbreeding.
Oh, you didn't? No. Yeah. So they're beautiful dogs. They're sensational. They're I mean, you're kind of like have a trauma response.
And I think now, like any dogs of that size, I'm sort of like, you at any point could take a chunk out of my back.
They're not small too. Yeah. That's, I think, what's really scaring me about the bite. Like just hearing about it and learning about that now. Mm-hmm. But they are so like spot, So I do like that the idea that they took a chunk out to like sort of give your sister a spot.
I know. But like now whenever I see like you'll see like videos of like an owner putting they'll open the big mouth of the dog and like they'll put their head in and be like, look at it, it's so cute. And I'm like, at any moment he could just chomp and like they would never. I'm like, okay.
Well, a Dalmatian might and they would.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. But if you see one out in the wild, I'm always like, where'd you get him? Where'd you get him?
Cotton Eye Joe.
And are they crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to see Dalmatians make a comeback in the near future.
Yeah.
But that's sort of like where I stand.
I'll like somehow own a Dalmatian.
Yeah. Just to sort of keep your sister at bay. Who listens? Hello, Courtney.
I wanted to talk about, and again, this is nothing new. But I actually have so many dods this week.
Oh, God. So we just got to get ahead of it.
We're just going to start with this. No, not that.
It's pre-dod. This is pre-dod.
This is pre-dod. Okay. It's not big enough to be a dod.
Oh, okay.
But it is something I want to talk about.
Sure.
And it's something I've been thinking about for a while. This isn't new, but it's something that I feel very strongly about, which is I'm now on the Entourage train.
Wait, the show Entourage?
No, not the show, Greg. I am a gay man after all.
AMC A-list
Entourage.
Oh, my God.
This is a game changer, and it was not properly downloaded into my brain, so that when that feature started to take effect in my life, it's like having your own assistant. All of a sudden, someone's like, do you want to see a movie? And then if you're in their entourage, you look at your email, you already have your ticket and you already have your seat. You didn't have to do anything but say yes.
Right. You're already at the 4 for the week. You're like, wait a second. I haven't seen any. And you've already used them all too.
I was thinking about that where it's like one of your friends could prank you and just add you to 4, which famously I did. I went to go see a movie with my sister.
Right.
And I accidentally got you a ticket and as opposed to her. So like I think I took away one of your tickets for the week.
And I sort of famously, because you utilized the entourage, I sort of famously did cancel that ticket right away.
Yeah.
So your sister could have had that at any given moment.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm so glad you brought up AMC because I almost wanted this to be a Diva Down this week.
Oh, the prices.
The price increase. I mean, we're all dealing with the fallout.
$30 a month, which I actually want to know, Gennifertias in other states. Like, is it $30 for you too? Is that universal? Because, you know, like in Chicago, where I'm from, like if you go to the theater, you're like, wait, how is this ticket like $14? And then where we are, like in Burbank, it will literally be $27 to see a movie.
Well, exactly. Like one ticket here is $47.
Yeah.
So even at $30 a month, AMC A-List is a total steal.
Yeah.
If you want, like you see half a movie and you've already paid for it. So no, but actually this is such an interesting question you ask because there's an AMC like close to where I grew up and the tickets are like quite cheap there. But I think there's like some sort of like classic version, so like it's $9.99 a month or cheap, like, or maybe like $14.99 a month, but I think it's like one a week and you can only see them at like classic theaters, which is like not like super enhanced like the ones in Glendale and Burbank, but we'll get into that another time. Should we just get into Don Mom Sauce?
Let's do it.
AKA Doll of the Day, Mother of the Moment, Sister of the Second, our first
and most famous
segment where we take a person, place, or thing that we are currently super obsessed with.
Yes.
And Tim, since you have so many, do you want to go?
Okay. Well, first and foremost, I don't even know where to start. It's like, which one do I love more?
Sure.
It's actually a triumvirate. I have three, and they're all sort of connected.
Okay.
But I'm going to start with the first one that I'm the most passionate right now.
Okay.
Which is, and I'm not going to pronounce it correctly, so excuse me.
Loving this so far.
Focu Ranni by Rosalia. AKA in English, The Great Fire. It is the new music video that she just dropped for Luxe, The Complete Work.
Right.
I know that this was available for if you bought like the vinyl or the, you know, physical CD.
Hey, sorry, love physical media.
Yeah.
We do. We're huge supporters of physical media. We can't own it all.
We can't. And I sort of was okay being like, Luxe is a perfect album. Like so I was sort of like, whatever they didn't make, I'm sure that it's great, but it's like sort of like for, you know, it's like the cast offs.
Right. Where do we go from here?
When I tell you, when I heard this song the other day, I could not believe, I was like, holy shit, is this my favorite on the album? And I was like, that's impossible. I've been playing it on repeat. This song is so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's literally and it's also we've been bragging about that there's 13 languages. One of the languages wasn't even on the album. And I was like, so she's singing in Sicilian now.
She's casting away languages. She got so many freaking languages. She's like, sorry, I'll do this one another time.
And this is the one that's the most personal to her because even though she doesn't want to even though she doesn't want to admit it, but it's every song is like a saint, and this one is the Saint Rosalia one. And it's about how this saint was going to get married, and then she decided at the last minute she'd like to not like get married and become a nun.
I'm going to go ahead and be a nun. I'm going to sort of keep this all to myself.
Exactly, which is very parallels. Rosalia was engaged, and then she famously didn't go through with the wedding for many reasons. And it is so like life affirming and beautiful, talking about like the Great Fire is being like, you know, you had this big passion, but you're now realizing like you're choosing yourself over like that is actually the greatest love, and that you're gonna burn what this other love was for an even greater love.
Wow. It's cleanse with fire.
Yes.
Cleanse it with fire.
It literally, this song, I'm like, I want to do.
I'm so moved. I'm so moved. Sorry to like interrupt. I'm just like
happy tears like listening to it. Whereas like this whole album is life affirming. I didn't think that you could like get even bigger, even grander.
She will continue to surprise you. I've been saying this with your Rosalia journey. The girl just goes further and further and further down the road.
It is like. And then I went down such a rabbit hole of like, I didn't even realize it. Like, first off, we already had been saying this, but like it's rated on like every list as like the #1 album.
Yeah.
And then they didn't even realize all these these 4 new songs that she had added.
Right. And it's the best B-sides album since Emotion B-sides.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Although I also really love dedicated B-sides. We're talking Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yeah.
But it is like this song, I'm not kidding you. I want to do the like Beyonce, Shakira hips dance that only they have access to, and a little bit of Zara Larsson. You know what I mean?
It's like and us, of course.
Yeah, exactly. So we are trying to do it. Yeah. Some people can move their hips, and then there are women who can literally dislocate their hips, put it to the side of themselves, and just do like some sort of like shaky shake.
Absolutely. It's like when it's literally just skeleton. Like you could do it on a skeleton, dislocate it, just move it to the side, do a little dance.
And it's I don't know if you saw the video, it's Tyla and Zara Larsson have that new song out, and they're kind of, I feel like they're trying to do the Beautiful Liar 2026 version.
Agree. But like just with the skirt. Like the skirt moves, but it's like the hips are not lying in a way that like you'd like them to lie. They move. Yeah. They tell the truth.
I mean, I do think that they are the heir apparents to the hips, to the hip motion.
I agree. But they gotta like grow into it.
But they're young. You know what I mean? They will grow into that, and we will be like lapping it up at the concert in 10 years from now.
Love them both. But that's
what I'm doing, listening to this song, and I feel like I'm like at a bonfire beach as the sun comes up. I'm doing witch magic.
Oh, okay.
Not just magic, witch magic.
Witch magic in honor of practical magic too.
Exactly. Yeah. I cannot get enough of it. Everyone go listen to this song.
Yeah. I'm worried about your bone density.
I'm honestly worried about my bone density too, because I am waking up with bruises.
Yeah. We don't need you to get a stress fracture. So just be a little careful with your hips.
Yeah.
Let your hips let your hips fib a little.
They do need to lie.
Fib.
They do need to lie.
They need to lie from time to time.
Yeah.
Just to sort of like rest, reboot, like recharge. We are, we're gays in our 30s. We're queer elders.
Yeah. And, okay, the next song, I'm going right into it.
Oh, and a new song. Okay.
Okay, it's another song. We actually listened to it together this weekend, but I was low-keying it because I didn't want to give this away.
It's Lifeboat Again by Ray.
Honestly, well, that's forever. But I am obsessed with Drop Dead by Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh.
I literally, listen, we haven't really talked about this. I love myself some Olivia Rodrigo.
I know you do.
I think she is, I'm not saying anything new. I think she is the heir to Taylor.
The younger the pop star, the more you love them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
my
listening
age is like 17. Right. I know that's like a made up thing, but I obviously latched onto it.
Well, no, Spotify did sort of patent that thing. So but your listening age was like 9. Exactly. It was single digits for sure.
Exactly.
It was 0. It was 0. So it actually, no matter how much you multiply it, math, like it always is 0.
Yeah, it was Coco Melon. It's like I just thought #1 artist. It is on the opposite spectrum. Like Focu Ranni is like the choosing yourself at the end of a relationship, and this is the like excitement, the rush after a first date that makes you feel so alive. Both of these songs, it's like spring has sprung, bitch.
Sure has.
So that one is also, I'm also dancing around this apartment. I cannot get enough of it, and what I'm going into is both music videos released within this week, directed by
Petra Collins.
That is my third dad mom sauce.
Yeah.
I'm sort of like, I know I'm not even like late to the game. I've always been aware of her, but the fact that she could do both of those music videos in the same week, I was literally like, this girl has taste. She's working with all of the girlies.
Yeah.
And then I went down a rabbit hole, and I'm sure that this is something that we need to bring to the pod, and I know that you're aware of it. But then I didn't realize that Petra was the original vision for Euphoria.
Yes. Petra has always sort of been like a visual it girl. In particular, she's like a very sort of popular photographer. She's very like, she shoots everything on film. Yeah. It's very like teenage dream type thing, a little angsty. But yes, well, that's, I think, unofficial, right?
No, I mean it's her word against Sam Levinson,
right?
But there's a lot. I mean, there's so much against Sam that I feel like that it's very believable that she's like, and it's also the to the extent of what she has said and then what she has gone on to do. It feels like it's a reliable source, which is basically the story. So Petra Collins is a famous music video director. She's directed other things. Right. Before that, she like had taken all these beautiful photographs, very young. That like was almost like a defining feature of like a zillennial, in between. And Sam supposedly
we're aging down, today,
okay. But she sort of like had this very distinct photography like look or image that she would
sort
do.
Of started it.
Yeah, like and then Sam supposedly reached out to her and was like, "Hey, I love this. I would love for you to come direct." This is like before the first season. So she moved to LA specifically for Euphoria to then spend 5 months with them finding the vision, and then when it came to direct, her side goes that then they let her go because she was too young at the time. And then when it came out, all of the visuals looked exactly like her stuff, and she then had to change her style because like Euphoria is very like glittery and like saturated colors, and like now she's a little more like film and like more like faded stuff. They're different. I can't really describe the looks because I'm not good at that. Right. But it's like she had to completely revamp her image, and now like when you think of her, you almost think of she did the Good For You Olivia Rodrigo video, which is like a very famous Petra video.
Right. She's done all of Olivia's videos, right?
And she also has done some of Sabrina's, and now she's doing Rosalia. So it's like
she's sort of like the it girl of like Hollywood music videos, like with you know for like hot young female artists.
And also the thing that I love about her, which like they all say, which is just like women supporting women. If you ever see behind the scenes of her doing it, the whole time that the like Olivia or Rosalia is doing it, she's like screaming. She's like, yes, gorgeous.
She's like, yes. That's also someone, and I love her dearly. I think she's a total visionary. I worry about her bone density as well. There's just something about it. She's just maybe very like slight. You know, she is so minus all the artistic.
I mean, the name Petra.
Totally. It's very like Mesozoic era. In a way. It's very like dinosaur like brushing off.
It's very like Egypt.
Totally.
Or Jordan, wherever.
Totally. By the way, not to switch gears, but like on Euphoria, I'm so sorry to admit this, but like I'm kind of enjoying this season. Is that such a crime?
No, I was going to say I've only seen the first episode so far, but I really liked it. I know I'm missing Rosalia because I know she's in the second episode. I need to catch up.
She is. And I mean, slight spoiler alert. And she's just being so funny, but she is wearing like a neck brace. And she's like only speaking Spanish. Which is crazy because like Spanish is one of her like, 13 plus languages. Mm-hmm. She's being so fab. I'm sorry to say people are like shitting on it, but I actually think it's quite enjoyable so far.
I thought that with the first episode. I feel like they're trying to make... I don't know, like I think it got too big, and so now people are like love. It's like with any big, even pop star, anything like it gets so big that then they want to tear it down.
The expectations are like too giant. And by the way, like I think Euphoria has always been like an imperfect show. I think it's made them all huge stars, but I think like Euphoria is like tone, and it's about like, which how I can really like something if it's tonally like correct and moody, and I just feel like it never was one thing. It was kind of like an experiment. So like the fact that it's straying tonally from what it was like is not a bad thing. In fact, I feel like some of the stories are like a little bit easier to follow, and it is almost making more like logistical sense. I don't know, like I'm not hating it.
I think it's also just people trying to like have something to say, and it's sort of just like just enjoy this. We won't get it again, or if we do, we'll be in like 20 years.
And you're all watching. By the way,
I know.
So like it's easy to sit and like hate on something.
Rosalia likes it. Then we like it. Exactly. And Greg, what do you like this week? What is your Dad Mom sauce?
Well, my Dad Mom sauce, of course, is the song Runway by Lady Gaga and Doechii
for
the Devil Wears Prada 2 soundtrack. It's not necessarily because I think it's the most incredible song that's ever been written. There is something so ChatGPT about it, which actually makes me love it so much. Like, I can't get it out of my head. It sounds kind of like a Chromatica, like they just like took like a line from like a song and sort of digitally imposed it in something else. It's Gaga at her most checked out. Yeah. But in a way that's really working for me.
I was going to say and also Doechii does crush it, I feel like.
Always.
Doechii brings it. I agree with you in the sense of like, it's a song where like, it's
completely forgettable.
Yeah, but it's better than obviously Gaga, you know how much I love Gaga, but it's like when she came out with that Wednesday song. And I was like, not for me, Gaga.
Gaga cashing a giant check.
But this one does actually feel like she tried, but like it's sometimes this is what we love about Gaga. She takes swings or she like goes into like a mental headspace where she's like completely in my mind agree. I'm like I think she was like I'm now Andy Sachs.
Totally.
And this is what Andy Sachs would write. And it's like, we don't need you to be Andy Sachs to write this song.
Of course. Gaga being so the intersection of art and commerce.
Yeah. Which I think is what that's like so what the premise of the movie is.
So she really had to get like the Wall Street mindset. The Wall Street / Condé Nast mindset.
Apparently she wrote
turn it up, turn it out. Me, I've been doing that with my lack of voice. This is the best it sounded all week. Yeah. Me just going around the house, turn it up, turn it up.
I know. I was worried even yesterday. I was like, will we be able to record? Because we couldn't, you were squeaky squeaks.
We are on the edge.
Yeah, of glory.
Of glory. Yeah. And we are also on the edge of a break. We're back, and it's time for our Miss Thing of the week.
Yes.
Our Miss Thing, as always, is super A-list and having an incredible banner year.
This is we've already referenced this earlier when we did the Zendaya episode.
Yeah.
But she is the number 2 contender for
Rachel McAdams'
year.
Yeah.
Because she is going to be everywhere, and as she should. Let's get right into it.
Absolutely.
Our Miss Thing of the week is Anne Hathaway.
And of course, her most important role, my neighbor growing up.
Oh, right. Exactly.
My close personal friend.
I was actually shocked that that's not how you started this segment.
Well, that is how I wanted to, but I did sort of want to wait and sort of go there immediately after we named her.
Yeah.
The Anne Hathaway ascendancy is upon us. I mean, she's already ascended, but like she goes away for a while famously and films every movie imaginable. And then they all come out 1 week after the next. So we're currently in a space of Mother Mary just came out limited. You and I have seen it.
We went and saw it together last week. A little cute date.
It was so cute.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. We both were not the hugest fans of it. Yeah. But we thought she was incredible. We thought Michaela Cole was incredible. We thought it looked great.
The entire cast was excellent. And also, like, in Mother Mary.
I still think people should see it. It was more so just like they take some big swings, and it's very interesting, and it makes you want to talk about it, which is the point of art. And so that's why it's like, even though we might not have gotten on the train fully, it's way more than like a lazy take on a movie where it was just like, what? It's like more so like, I didn't really enjoy where it went.
And I will say, like, when we got to like the pop star like scenes, I was a little like, well, I do not think this pop star would be that famous. The shows when she was performing like on stage, there was like no dance, and then she's like, to Michaela Cole, she's like, well, this is like how I'm going to dance to the song. And it was like the most like throwing her body around.
That
like
was
absolutely
an incredible dance. And then what we saw was just like left foot out, right foot out. Yeah. Yeah. It was a little
me with my voice.
All love and light, because this is both of our probably joints. It was a little Madonna at Coachella this weekend.
Hey, I loved
No, that was like iconic. I will say this. We've already done Sabrina Carpenter, but this weekend, her performance with Madonna, what a supernova.
Hey.
like performance out of Sabrina. Like that shot when they're doing
when
like
they're
a prayer
strutting.
and Sabrina
like
is to the side and it's hitting her. I was like, this is truly cinema.
A star-making moment. And Sabrina has been on the rise for a while, but like, wow, that was exhilarating to watch. Like to see Madonna sort of put her stamp of approval on Sabrina with Sabrina in that sort of like forward pose.
Yeah.
And then when she started singing, sounding absolutely heavenly. The two of them holding hands, strutting, Sabrina Carpenter and Madonna, it was pure euphoria.
It
HBO's Euphoria wishes.
Exactly. And Sabrina, like, strutting and not again I'm not saying it's a competition where she's like out strutting her, but to hold your own against Madonna and also even at times pull focus, especially from two elder millennials who are usually going to always give it to Madonna just for legacy purposes.
Right. But we are also queer elders.
We're queer elders.
Gays
exactly.
in their 30s.
But to see you, so we're just like genetically predisposed to be like, it's Madonna's. I'm sorry, Madonna's taking it. But in this lip sync for your life, I'm sorry, I think I would give it to Sabrina. And then not even because Madonna of her age or anything. Yeah. It's just that like Sabrina is in her element.
Yeah.
It is like she's never been more sparkly.
Wow, I completely agree. Thank you for going there. That was a really, really beautiful. It was just a beautiful thing to witness. To me
talking about it.
It actually you talking about it. No, it really I like Sabrina Carpenter, but it really like cemented her as really one to watch.
Yeah. I mean, she already has been, but for us,
but it's funny. It's as you know, like, but it really, I'm like, oh, okay. Okay.
You know what? It's like she's a rare case of we've talked about this on the pod where it's like sometimes a pop star comes, but it's like more for the straights.
Right.
And I do feel like so far Sabrina has been more for like the girls. Yeah. And I don't mean like the gay girls, like just girls.
Like girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I felt like this weekend it turned a corner. Yeah. It turned a corner where the gays were like, oh, okay.
Right. All of a sudden we were like really looking closely at her.
It's like she won the challenge this week. And so now we're excited to see the next episode.
What's next?
Yeah.
What's next? And by the way, really rose to the occasion.
I know.
I feel like just the moment, like everything really clicked into place this past weekend for Sabrina Carpenter.
And that brings us back to
Anne Hathaway, my,
which she
of course,
has always
neighbor.
Been clicked into place.
Yeah.
And I think that Anne Hathaway is like the filmography that she has had she's 42, not to dox her.
Yeah.
But at
she's
this young
open
age,
about that.
At this young age, she's literally had one of the most iconic filmographies of all time. It is like...
But Academy Award winner, by the way.
And the amount of lifespan she has had and the things that she has had to overcome. Her famously like hosting what a lot of people has been like the worst Oscars.
Right.
And then
also completely going... I feel like she was the first person who like... was really the prime example of like awards season is too long now.
Yeah.
Because she was like winning everything from Les Mis. Yeah. And by the time she got to win that Oscar, no one wanted to see her face
and she
or hear
famously,
her.
I love how like self-aware she is. It was like she famously talked about, and she gives her thanks to Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
She says
for getting her back.
That she wouldn't, like she was like, I don't think even though I won the Oscar, she was like the public, perception of me was so not liked at that time that I really thought my career was open and was open. It was open.
Door was open.
Yeah, the door was open for her to leave. It was
that's true.
It was like she was missing out on roles because people were saying that they didn't want to see
unlikable.
her. They didn't want to see her in it. And then Christopher Nolan was like, "No, you're a great actress. We want to put you in Interstellar, or was it Interstellar or was it Dark Knight Rises?"
She was in Dark Knight. Oh, God, I don't... Dark Knight Rises, I think, first.
Whichever one of the Christopher Nolans...
By the way, doing two Catwomans in a row.
I know.
On Miss Thing.
I know. And also, by the way, Michelle, you can't top her. But again, it's similar to what we're talking about Sabrina, where it's almost like you're like, okay, well, let's see. Can you hold your own? And then, boy, did she hold her own.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that's the thing about Anne. She is a theater kid through and through. Mm-hmm. Like, she's got that theater kid energy. And like, because she's somehow managed to like... even that energy out a little bit and use it to her benefit, and now everyone like loves her again.
Well, she's like a prime example of like consistency and hard work.
Yes.
And anyways, I don't think I finished the thought, but just to be like that, Christopher Nolan still cast her in, I think it was Interstellar, and as a result, that was a huge hit. She gave a monster performance in that as well, and then people were like, oh yeah, when you strip it all away and she's not being, because honestly what people have a hard time liking about Anne, which is like fucked up in our society, is she's too earnest. A lot of people find her to be so earnest and so almost like sappy that people have an aversion to it, but it's like, society, grow up.
Right.
Sorry that we have an actress that's very talented and actually likes herself.
And kind.
Yeah.
To herself.
Yes.
Worst of all.
Exactly. And it's like, people don't like that. And it's like, sorry, but that's also why she continues to work and work, is because she has that good balance and that good like idea of herself, that she's not like trying to fill a hole. Like I even during this press tour, which I really loved, people were asking her like, you have 6 movies coming out this year, and it's like, how do you do this? And she was like, for me though, she was like, every time, like when I was younger, I used to be so worried that I'd never work again, and she was like, now it's like, I don't know what the future holds. I'm just so grateful that I got to work on 6 films. Like it's such a good mindset of like not trying to top this year of 2026, but more so just being like, I feel like I'm the luckiest girl in the world, and to still have that 20 years, and which is also like, Anne, you're incredibly talented, of
and
course.
By the way, looking better than ever. Not that matters, but I mean, Jesus,
again, go to her doctor as well. Like, I don't even know if she's had work done, but incredible. By the way, okay, so let's just list the credits.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously we have Mother Mary, which we just said. The Devil Wears Prada, Devil Wears Prada 2.
Yeah.
We have Princess Diaries. We have
Princess Diaries 2.
Princess Diaries 3 upcoming.
Oh my God.
It's literally, then we have, she had a big hit a couple years ago, The Idea of You, that rom-com on Amazon. You have Brokeback Mountain.
By the way, total sleeper performance. She is so
that she takes
on the phone. I will never fucking forget watching that scene. I remember being so blown away by that movie, of course, when I saw it. But walking out of that movie, remembering Anne.
Yeah.
And that scene.
That was really...
She was like 12 when she filmed that, by the way.
She was literally 20, I think.
That's crazy.
Everyone go back and watch the
Anne
news.
Hathaway's breath.
Yeah. That she takes on the phone when she gets the news, and we'll just say that if you haven't seen it, even though it's 20 years old.
We're just going to call it the news.
The news. When she gets the news.
When Anne Hathaway gets the news on the phone in Brokeback Mountain, it's a little coded.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that movie, don't know what you're waiting for.
But the breath.
The breath.
I just got chills.
Yeah. I need to take a breath. Wow.
I can't breathe.
But and in a movie where like everyone is giving absolute career best, it's the movie that like made Michelle Williams like a legitimate actress. At the sink.
There are so many great, and then obviously the two of them. We will get into it.
We're gonna do a whole Brokeback episode month.
Yes, like we should. I know. So it was like last year was the 20th anniversary. It's such, but. That is something where it's like, and then that paved the way. She did Rachel Getting Married.
Oh my God. So good. Which she recently just said is like probably her favorite sleeper. There's something about Anne Hathaway and like throughout like the passage of time.
Yeah.
That we're actually coming to understand as a culture how timeless she is.
Yeah.
Like there is almost like a Hepburn-esque like quality to her where I just feel like her movies, they age so gracefully.
I was going to say, you're not going to agree with this because we don't feel the same way about this artist, but I do feel like she's almost like the Taylor Swift of actresses in the sense of, like, I think this is what happened with the Eras Tour, which is like, people started to realize that she has been so big for so long that whether you like it or not, she comes to represent certain, like Taylor came to represent 2010 with this album or 2012 with this album. And so there's this nostalgia of just the fact that she has been so big for so long, that she's been in your life, and then those things have then become and meant so much to you and where you were in your life at that time. And that is Anne Hathaway. Like Anne Hathaway, it's like we were kids when Princess Diaries came out. Then it was like we were young like adults when The Devil Wears Prada came out, and then it's like when Les Mis came out, it was like, okay, we're in our adulthood, we're being taken seriously now, like for millennials. And then it's like, and then she started to have fun, and she started to do like different roles where she was really like testing herself, experimenting. Like Anne is all of us. She represents like this, like our growing up through her movies.
Absolutely, including her unlikability phase where she was doing the musical. She was
which
a little
we were very
nerdy.
Likable, by the way.
We were. Okay, and we honor ourselves and the way we behaved, but like very publicly, sort of was like, "Oh God, you're being too much."
Yeah,
which like. Who amongst us has not been too much at any given moment in time, especially when we win an Oscar?
And life is too short to not be too much.
Completely
You know
agree.
what I mean? You'd rather be too much than too little.
1,000% miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Her saying, which, okay, we included it in our teaser when we were coming out, but Anne Hathaway being like, it came true.
It came true.
I mean, it's obviously, it's what a short, like, little phrase that it almost hits you in a certain way. But then the more you sit with it, it's like, yeah, everyone should have their dreams come true.
Manifestation queen.
Yeah. And then just, we'll make it about ourselves, but it's like, just to go into her Rachel McAdams here, she's got The Odyssey coming out. She's got, I don't know the full title, but it's like The House at the End of Oak Street or something.
Which I feel like just came out from the side and suddenly is like a super viral trailer.
Exactly. She has that new Colleen Hoover movie with Dakota Johnson coming out in October. She has
Brunette
Verity.
Queens.
It's called Verity. She has Verity.
That sounds very like 90s psychosexual thriller.
I hope so.
God, we could be so lucky.
I would love to see Dakota Johnson and Anne Hathaway in a psychosexual thriller. We know that it's a famous book, and we could look up what it's about. Don't tell us. And if it's not that, we're maim. We're maim. I'm gonna maim myself.
Right. Which is what Verity is about. It's about us maiming ourselves. It's about us learning what Verity is about.
It's about us slowly turning into Mamie Gummer.
We could be so lucky.
Anyways,
I think it's time to make Anne Hathaway all about us.
It is definitely time. Greg, how do you make Anne Hathaway all about yourself?
Well, listen, as we've already mentioned, you and I saw Mother Mary this past week, and I feel like I've been undergoing a bit of a Mother Mary-esque experience myself, from pop star to sort of like ghost and haunting. But so
I've been seeing that for years.
Well, this past Friday, it's been like such a busy season. It has been birthday season, including yours, which has passed, meaning thank God, so we can finally get to mine.
You weren't even really allowing me to have my birthday season. I'd be like, oh, it's my birthday coming up. And you're like, yeah, but my birthday is right after that.
Well, I think it's the famous first is the worst, second is the best type thing. And I think but we also need to always be looking towards the future. Even when we're looking towards the future and then yours, but it's like, it's a marathon, not a race. Okay.
People will be like saying on my birthday, they'll be saying like happy birthday to me on the day. Yeah. And you'll be like, well, my birthday's in 2 weeks. I completely forgot about this, and I'm bogarting this story, which is one of my favorite things that Greg did. Is we were out at a bar, and Greg did very sweetly give me a birthday gift at the bar at the start of the night, even though he was going to my house the next day.
Yeah.
So then I had to carry a very sweet gift for
a hardcover book.
Heavy. Out
care to tell the Gennifertias what I got
multiple gay bars, and so and also as someone who doesn't like love bragging, like, hey, it's my birthday. Yeah, everyone is like, why do you have a birthday bag while you're holding it?
Well, you're welcome, because then you got to say, well, it's my birthday.
I know, but I'm not one of those people who's like, don't say it. Like, I don't want to. Like, I'm genuinely like, I don't want to talk about it.
Including one of our very good friends who was so surprised by the occasion, even though you were having a birthday event the following night. He's like, it's your birthday? What? And it's like, that would make sense.
It's weird because I was celebrating my birthday a day late when I could have celebrated it
$1 short.
Yeah,
when you could have celebrated $1 short.
But I wanted to watch Drag Race.
Totally.
Priorities.
Of course. Yeah, to care to tell the Gennifertias what I did get you.
Yes, Greg got me the Lena Dunham memoir, and he famously, the reason why he did this.
Thank you. Thank you. And the reason why I brought...
Why are you making me carry a 22-pound book, like, happy birthday to me, I guess. I have to do arm workouts. out.
When as a birthday gift, as a gesture of myself, I probably could have held it as well. You know, but tell them why I gave it to you then.
Early, because you famously thought that a couple of my friends the next night would give it to me and you were going to arrive late. And so you were like, you were just wanted to be the first one in case I got multiple versions of Lena's book.
Which I was really seeing. In my head, I was foretelling that you were going to get, like, you had probably told, like, 8
Which
people.
I love, by the way, that it's not that you're going to switch the gift. You're like, you're sort of like, no, I just want to be the first one. So you don't care that I get multiples.
No, because I knew that as soon as I handed you the book, you were going to go, oh, you know, so-and-so already got that for me. So I was protecting myself. With my birthday coming up, I cannot be in that state.
I'm not going to dox these people because they still don't know it. But there have been multiple times in my life that I have gotten the same gift and they never found out. Because I was Anne Hathaway giving the performance of a lifetime, giving the breath in Brokeback. And I was so grateful. They never knew that an hour prior I got the exact same gift. And honestly, maybe that happened this year.
You would never be so gracious with me. You'd be like, oh yeah, this person got in this. Well, that was
try
actually,
again.
Hey, but then I was also thinking that was kind of, because I want to read it too. So I'm like, well, hopefully you do get it from other people and then you can give it back to me. Gives these backsies.
That's the classic thing that a lot of people do. They give people gifts that they actually want themselves.
Yeah, of course. Well, I only gave that to you with the idea that you are going to have to let me borrow it as soon as you're done.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, so but that night,
which, by the way, spoiler alert, will also be a lot of things happened
that night. A lot happened that night.
Mother Mary was there.
Darlene was inexplicably kicked off of Drag Race.
But let's just say Darlene losing was an omen for things to come for the rest of the night.
That's for sure. But so while we were at High Tops, I was starting to feel my voice go. I was starting to feel it. And it happens so rarely. Like it just happens. Like it happens maybe once every 2-3 years. It just
every time the spell of mine takes
hold. You wanted to silence me
on my birthday.
On our podcast.
I was like, I gotta have it be my birthday today.
But famously, we were invited to a friends and family event at Mic Drop, which is the new, like, very fancy, very nice karaoke studio in West Hollywood. But it was like a pre-opening for this night. And like none of us love karaoke, but we were like, we're going to go there. We had like an invitation to this. And it was like before open to the public. So like, yeah, let's go. So everyone sort of like hopped in their cars and like got over to West Hollywood from the East Side to go and like do this
karaoke night.
See what tonight was about. And by the way, everyone in our crew was like, I hate karaoke. I hate karaoke, but sure, we'll go, whatever. Like you, Claude, friend of the pod,
but a lot
Adolfo.
of people say, like, Claude is an example of someone who says that they hate karaoke, but
15 songs.
Exactly.
So, and of course, I was saying I hate karaoke too. You know, I could be swayed.
I will say I was actually disappointed only in the sense of like, because I knew what you're going to get into, but I knew that your voice was hoarse.
Right.
And so, but I was like, oh, I want to see Greg in his element. Because I've never actually seen you like try.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're always like...
I do try when I sing on this podcast quite frequently. I sing on it every single week. But yeah.
But because I hate karaoke, I will never willingly put myself in. But anyways, we're basically telling the same story from two different sides.
Exactly. So the thing is, like, we get there and I'm sort of going like, oh no, I can't. I hate karaoke. But then I was also the real reason, because this place, like, karaoke doesn't always do it for me, but this place was really like great. The sound was good. The mics were good, but I was being so Mother Mary all of a sudden, going like, people kept trying to hand me the mic and I'd be like, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. And it was because my voice was hoarse. And actually imagine the dilemma I found myself going through when all I wanted to do was sing. That night. And I kept going, no, my voice is hoarse. And everyone was like, what is this fucking excuse? Stop saying that. Because I just knew what was coming. I knew what was coming and I still wasn't singing because of it. And then of course, like Mother Mary, like I was, this is sort of like maybe a slight spoiler for the movie. I of course was visited later that night by a cough in the middle of the night. that has like prevented me from sleeping for several days. And then it's like I'm only being visited like a ghost in the night, like at night.
Of course.
So
that's
like
always what happens with a cough.
Completely fine during the day, but like I am waking up every hour, like hacking. And that's of course why I'm wearing sunglasses on the podcast today. Because I was visited by a ghost in the middle of the night, my hacking cough, and I woke up this morning with Mother Mary red eyes.
You cannot see that at all.
No, I know, but I was like, I cannot do this on the podcast today.
The thing, it's funny because when you were that night, I remember you kept, and this is another reason why I don't like karaoke, is because the weird social pressure from everyone, and it's almost like because they don't want to do it. So then they're like, if I'm going to do it, then you're going to do it. And so I was next to you for a lot of the night, and everyone kept like, the amount of times that you had to say, no, I'm hoarse. Yeah. I was like, if I hear Greg say I'm hoarse one more time, but you had to. It was like so many people were like, Greg, and you were like, I'm hoarse. I was like, I've heard Greg say the word horse a million times. It's like karaoke, literally you can't.
You can't escape it.
You cannot escape it.
No, I know. And I felt a lot of pressure. And like, but I was glad that like all of you were kind of like not wanting to sing too. And thankfully there was like one person that was like singing every single song. But
I know,
like,
same. When there is someone who is so like wants to do every song, I'm like, please, thank God,
please go for it.
Yeah, so we're gonna rewind, and we're gonna tell the story from my side of the story. Okay. I famously, all of my friends know this, and it was my birthday, and I was like, there's nothing on earth, and everyone knows this about me, that I would want to do less on my birthday than karaoke. Yeah. I don't like it. In fact, like I think like the only time I've ever like kind of fought with like close friends is like people forcing me to sing and then me getting upset and being like, just like, why do you care if I don't sing?
Yeah, you know? And we were very, I would have pressured you had I been feeling
well,
better.
I was very grateful for that. And also, but I was actually happy that it was my birthday because I think because it was my birthday, people were going easier on me. Right. Because I could be like, sorry, it's my birthday. And it's kind of the ultimate trump card. Like, you can't be like, you can't force someone on their birthday.
Supporter. Yeah, exactly. Because you're MAGA.
Yeah, exactly. But it's one of those things where it's like, people aren't going to push too hard because it's like, because you don't want to make the birthday boy mad.
Yeah, of course,
of course. And so we're at High Tops. I'm like, everyone keeps, like friends of ours are like, you got to come. And I'm like, I'm not going. I'm so sorry. But like, I would rather go home early on my birthday than go to karaoke. But then there was a groundswell by all of our friends. And I'm like, none of you also really like karaoke. But then the famous thing sort of happened, which gets us all at one point in time, which is that they had us at free food and free booze.
Yeah.
I was like, no. And then I was like, you know what? Like, it's a new year of my life.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's just like be open to the possibilities. Let's have some fun. Let's see. Yeah. It's also so far from where we were.
Couldn't have been further.
And so I was with Claude, was being very sweet. And he was like, I'll drive you there. And I was sort of like, you don't have to. Like, he had to wake up super early. Right. And he was like, no, I want to like continue to celebrate your birthday. And so when we're driving, we are separated. I was with Claude. We're going, and we're getting to West Hollywood. Famously has terrible parking unless you want to like pay like $15 to park in a parking structure that's not close by. And so I'm like, if we're gonna go, there is a famous grocery store parking lot that I have parked in for over 10 years, and there's all these signs that you can get towed, and I'm sort of like, and like literally another this is what I was gonna say, a famous thing about me, and friends say this all the time, like, I know that supposedly on Sundays you can park in a loading zone. I never do it because I'm so nervous, but everyone in my life always does it, and they're like, you're being dumb, just park
like
there.
After 8 p.m. or something.
Yeah, and that's like you can park in like different colored, anytime it's a different color, it's not for me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna risk it. And so many people in my life are also like, oh, it's like 5:55, the meter runs out at 6. I will still put in money because I'm not fucking with that shit.
Oh, totally.
And so but then the one thing that I was super fucking cocky about, I was like, in this parking structure, I was like, I know for a fact I have been here for 10 plus years.
Yeah.
I've never, as literally 10 days prior, I parked there. Nothing happened to my car.
You parked there for a week.
Yeah, literally nothing.
You're parked there right now.
Exactly. I wish. And so Claude is saying, he was like, we can't park there. Like, I'm going to get towed. Something's going to happen to my car. And I'm like, Claude, I swear on my life. I swear on everything that is good and holy about this world. I swear on Anne Hathaway that nothing will happen to your car. And he's like, do you promise? And I was like, I've never been more sure about anything in my life. Do not stress about this. We park the whole time he is a nervous Nelly. And I'm sort of like, get over it. Like, let's just have fun. It's my birthday. Like, I am telling you, I got you.
When Claude makes you promise anything, though, that it's like written in stone, like the curse.
It truly is. Mother Mary comes to visit you.
Exactly.
And so, cut to the end of the night. We were, and I actually was going to stay out late. I was going to stay out later.
Yeah.
The West Hollywood had taken its toll. And I was like, great, I made it through karaoke.
We're here.
Let's go visit the other bars. Exactly.
Yeah.
But then Claude was like, it was a hike to get to where we parked. And so he was like, do you mind just walking me back to my car? Because, I don't know, he felt unsafe. I don't know. I was being a good friend. And then you and Matt were like, can we call an Uber from where your car is? It's a little less crowded. So we make the grand trek over to where the thing is. The whole time Claude is like whispering in my ear that he's nervous. I'm like, stop worrying.
Right.
You know?
Right.
We get to the parking lot. I'm famously like, see, there's your...
Oh God! Yeah, the
car was gone.
There was nothing.
There was nothing there.
I remember walking into this lot going, I wonder, maybe he parked in the underground facility.
Yeah. And so in that moment, Claude is freaking out. You and Vat are in my ear, immediately being like, yep, everyone's car gets towed. We got our car towed. Like within the second, like we're like time has still, and you're sort of like, yep, we got towed. And I'm just like, okay, I can't hear this right now. Like too much is going on.
The two of you, like a combo platter of like the two worst reactions, the two most panicked reactions a person could have in opposite ways. But also we were like, okay, we saw it coming. So we were like, okay, well, we got towed. It's actually right down the street. It's quite close. It's not that bad. You would think, but continue.
So then we call an Uber. Of course, it's like...
Well, no, you call the number to find out where they're located.
We call the number, and then they tell us where they're located, which I want to say is conservatively 40 miles away. We're in West Hollywood. It is on the other side of downtown, and which for the Gennifertias who don't live in Los Angeles, it was a 40-minute Uber ride away with no traffic. Like literally with no traffic because it was so late at night.
Such an insane location to tow a car to.
It's crazy. And so I will say this. It's like you would think that, and I was significantly drunk at that point because we had been drinking throughout the night. And you would think that that's not a good recipe for like a great reaction.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, even though I was just like panicked more so for him.
Right.
And then I was also just like, oh no, what is happening? So then we get into the Uber, we go. It takes 40 minutes. I will say this. Sometimes when things are so bad, where you're both like, where you're just like it becomes just hysterical.
Yeah, it's Fuku.
Yeah, where it was just like
the Rosalia
whole
song.
reason. Because to me, we were just laughing because Claude knows me so well that it was like the only reason I was coming out was because it was free. The only reason I was drinking was because it was free. So I was like, in my mind, I'm saving money. I'm saving money.
Yeah.
And so then we're just like literally in the like crying with laughter because at that time we had also found out that it was going to be a $600 towing fee. And so we get there, and it's just like we're laughing. It ended up being like truly the funniest thing ever because when we got to
it was a miserable experience for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we had to
process it. Yeah. We get to the towing place, truly on the other side of downtown LA. And the guys there, Claude and I decide to try to flirt with them. We bat our eyelashes as hard as we can. Because there's this whole thing where it's like your car can either be like a lightweight vehicle or a heavyweight vehicle.
Sure.
And so we were like, which... are we a lightweight vehicle or are we a heavy? Yeah, exactly. And he, without looking up, is like writing down like all of my credit card information.
Oh, of course.
And we're like, so are we a lightweight vehicle? Doesn't look up and just goes, what do you think, hon? But then you're looking and we're like, wait, but I feel like everyone here sort of looks like me. And then we sort of started to realize that LA's hottest gay club is this towing company, because everyone who parked in that lot got towed to this same exact place. So then it was sort of like tons of hot men, tons of fun girls, just like waiting to get their cars out, because they like they for whatever reason they can't do one car at a time. They just like do 10 of you at once, and then you all have to wait.
Right.
And so then it turned into like a fun little dance party where everyone's vibe was kind of like, this is ridiculous.
Love that dance party. It's West Hollywood East.
One gay guy was like playing music. It was so random. What a crazy night.
Love
$600 later.
Yeah. And I think now is as perfect a time as any for a break.
Yes.
Welcome back. And it's time for Diva Down. Diva Down, of course, is our final segment where we take a person, place, or thing that could use a little bit of our unsolicited advice. And our Diva Down this week is Jill Biden. Oh, sorry. Dr. Jill Biden.
Yes.
And the reason Dr. Jill Biden is our Diva Down is because allegedly...
not allegedly.
No, not allegedly.
She's even tweeted about it or done some sort of social media about it.
Yeah.
She was at, and this is why we love her, she was at an auction for, I believe it was some sort of LGBT, like New York fundraiser.
Yes.
And there was an auction item up for bid, which was to guest star in season 2 of Heated Rivalry. And that first hand that was up was Dr. Jill Biden. I think literally donating as much as $35,000 to be on season 2. And she lost.
Yeah. I mean... What's so interesting to me about this is like trying to picture Dr. Jill Biden on season 2 of Heated Rivalry.
Well, for me, what is so interesting to me is getting to see the side of Dr. Jill Biden.
Right.
It feels like a real window into like what Dr.
goes on
Jill
in the home.
is into.
Yeah. Well, it's like, well, what do you like about that show? Well, also like, I'm also just wondering like, what role do you think Dr. Jill Biden would play in season 2 of Heated Rivalry?
I think that she is playing either or Shane or Ilya's again. It's like the new Rose Landry. They have to upgrade because they're almost caught. So instead of it being an actress, now they're dating a political candidate.
Right, sure.
And so it's sort of like she's now
who's married.
Yes, exactly.
To Dr. Jill Biden.
No. She is now like she's running for office in this world, and they're now with their beard.
Right.
Yeah, that's where I'm seeing the storyline.
Oh, interesting.
But I feel like realistically, which would be boring, it's like she'd be like a therapist or something. You know?
I see. I'm imagining Dr. Jill Biden on the ice.
Yeah.
With a hockey
the Zamboni.
stick. Yeah. Dr. Jill Biden as the Zamboni driver in season 2 of Heated Rivalry.
This stuff writes itself.
Totally.
I mean,
well, that's why I think they had to like take it away from her, because I'm like, we already got Rose Landry. I'm sorry, there's only one. Mm-hmm. You know, she was the one.
She could be Rose Landry's mom.
Rose Landry's daughter.
Exactly.
Rose Landry's sister.
Yes, exactly. My advice is sort of don't give up.
No,
this is where the campaign hits full. Get out the boat.
Turn lifeboat period on. Get your ass up. Get
out the vote. We are starting the campaign for you on the pod today. Get Dr. Jill Biden to the cottage.
Totally. And by the way, Dr. Jill Biden shouldn't have to pay to be on the show.
No.
She is getting paid to be on the show.
100%. But at the same time, not us, but someone else in the world. And it should be Jacob Tierney. Yeah. Take out a full page ad on and do a 4-year consideration. Dr. Jill Biden, get her on Heated Rivalry season 2.
Her holding a hockey puck?
Yeah, exactly.
Consider. Dr. Jill Biden,
Yeah.
she's
on the Zamboni.
Her on the Zamboni. Being so like Michelle Pfeiffer on the piano in Fabulous Baker Boys, holding a hockey puck, consider. I think that's such fabulous advice. My advice, I think the thing is, it's more from a practical and like work visa type thing. That show is so clearly Canadian in every way. I don't think it would make logistical sense for a former American First Lady to be a guest star on season 2. I mean, there are American aspects, of course. Yeah. Ilya is playing for like an American team, sure. But I think it is so distinctly Canadian. I think we need to sort of like be looking towards like Canadian First Ladies. So my pitch is to get Katy Perry on season 2 of Heated Rivalry, because it just makes more sense culturally. Yeah. In so many ways. My God, watching her and imagining Dr. Jill and former President Joe Biden watching Heated Rivalry.
I don't think that Joe is watching it. You know what I mean? I think this is sort of her respite. But yeah.
Sure.
And with that.
Follow us on YouTube if you don't already. Can you please go give us 5 stars and above, or a comment on Apple Podcasts?
Yeah, right. Or just do hashtag get Dr. Jill Biden on
season 2. Consider Dr. Jill Biden.
Anything you want. Get her to the cottage.
Exactly. We need to like come together as a society. A for Miss Thing and B for Dr. Jill Biden on season 2.
Cynthia, honestly, I know that there's a lot of musical artists probably clamoring to be on season 2 of Heated Rivalry. You should do the soundtrack or a famous song for season 2. Obviously, that's gay heaven right there.
Cynthia, do Runway for season 2. Cover Runway for season 2 of Heated Rivalry.
Wow.
That's all I got.
Yeah. All right. See you next week. Bye.
Miss Thing Podcast is created, executive produced, and hosted by Greg Trimmer and Tim Zintek.
It's produced and edited by Benji Simons, with cover art and additional creative support by Claude Zines.
Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Miss Thing the Pod.
New episodes drop every Tuesday. Watch on YouTube or listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Please subscribe, rate, and review, but only raves. Strictly 5 stars and above.
Follow Greg at Greg Trimmer and Tim at Tim_Zintek on all social media.
BONK.